Have you ever chased peace only to find it slipping through your fingers? What if I told you that peace is not something you can find, but something you can create, even in the stormiest of circumstances? Stay with me as we journey through a tale that will forever change how you understand peace. Once upon a time, in a kingdom nestled between towering mountains and roaring seas, there lived a great king named Darius. Despite his wealth and power, Darius was troubled. His kingdom prospered, yet his heart was restless. Sleepless nights and troubled dreams haunted him, and he yearned for peace. One day, Darius summoned the wisest artists, philosophers, and poets in the land. "Create for me a masterpiece," he commanded, "something that captures the essence of true peace. The one who succeeds will be richly rewarded." The kingdom buzzed with excitement. Painters unveiled serene landscapes of rolling meadows and calm rivers. Poets recited verses about love's gentle embrace. Sculptors crafted images of angels in repose. Each creation was beautiful, but none seemed to satisfy the king's restless soul. Finally, an elderly artist named Elias approached the king. "Your Majesty, true peace is not found in calm waters or tranquil skies. It is discovered when we embrace life's storms with faith. I will paint you such a scene." Darius agreed, albeit skeptically, and Elias set to work. Weeks later, Elias revealed his painting. The canvas depicted a ferocious storm. Lightning split the sky, rain lashed against jagged cliffs, and the sea churned violently. Amid the chaos, a tiny bird nestled serenely in a crack in the rock, singing a soft melody. The king stared at the painting, puzzled. "This is not peace. It's chaos," he exclaimed. Elias smiled gently. "Look again, Your Majesty. True peace is not the absence of trouble but the presence of hope and trust amidst the storm." The king's heart stirred as he gazed at the bird. He realized he had spent his life chasing fleeting moments of calm, never understanding that peace was a state of the soul, not the world around him. Darius began to change. He spent less time worrying about external threats and more time cultivating inner strength and gratitude. He encouraged his subjects to do the same, fostering a culture of resilience and faith. This story mirrors the teachings of the Bible. Philippians 4 verse 7 reminds us, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Like the bird in the storm, we are called to find peace through trust in God, not in the illusion of a trouble-free life. Another verse, Isaiah 26 verse 3, states, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you." Peace, therefore, is a fruit of faith and a gift of divine grace. The teachings of Jesus also resonate deeply with this story. In John 14 verse 27, Jesus says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid." This highlights that divine peace is not circumstantial but eternal and unshaken by worldly challenges. Matthew 8 verses 23 to 27 recounts Jesus calming the storm while his disciples feared for their lives. His words, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" remind us that peace comes from trusting God's presence and sovereignty. Jesus' teachings are the ultimate guide to understanding true peace. In the Sermon on the Mount, he said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God," Matthew 5 verse 9. This shows that peace is not just a state of being but also an action, a way to spread God's love in a divided world. Jesus invites us to cast our burdens upon him. In Matthew 11 verses 28 to 30, he says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Through his sacrifice on the cross, Jesus offers the ultimate peace, reconciliation with God. As he tells his followers in John 16 verse 33, "I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. But take heart. I have overcome the world." His resurrection is the assurance of victory over every storm and trial. Jesus' message is clear: true peace is found in him. He does not promise a life free of challenges but a heart anchored in unshakable faith. As the years went by, King Darius' journey to understand true peace deepened. He began traveling his kingdom, meeting farmers, merchants, and scholars to learn how they found peace in their lives. Each encounter added a new dimension to his understanding. One day, Darius met a young widow named Amara. Despite her hardships, she radiated calm and joy. Intrigued, he asked her secret. "Your Majesty," she replied, "peace is found not by avoiding life's challenges but by embracing them with faith and courage. I pray every morning, trusting that God's plan is greater than my fears." Her words lingered in Darius' heart. Inspired, he organized gatherings where people could share stories of resilience and faith, fostering a deeper sense of community in the kingdom. During his quest, Darius also spent time in nature. He observed how the mighty oak stood firm in storms and how rivers carved through stone over centuries. He realized that peace, like nature's resilience, required patience and persistence. The king began meditating daily by a waterfall, letting the sound of rushing water remind him of life's flow. He often quoted Psalm 46 verse 10, "Be still, and know that I am God." This practice not only calmed his heart but inspired his subjects to adopt similar habits. Over time, the kingdom's culture transformed. Schools taught children the value of inner peace alongside traditional subjects. Elders shared wisdom about finding joy in small moments, such as a shared meal or a kind word. Merchants began practicing fairness in their dealings, and farmers prayed together for rain, trusting in divine providence. The kingdom flourished not just materially but spiritually, becoming a beacon of hope for neighboring lands. However, the kingdom faced its share of trials. A severe drought tested the people's faith, but instead of succumbing to despair, they united in prayer and mutual support. When invaders threatened their borders, the soldiers fought bravely, inspired by the king's unwavering resolve. In every challenge, Darius reminded his people of Elias' painting. "Be like the bird in the storm," he would say. "Sing your song of faith and hope, no matter how fierce the winds may blow." However, the kingdom faced its share of trials. A severe drought tested the people's faith, but instead of succumbing to despair, they united in prayer and mutual support. When invaders threatened their borders, the soldiers fought bravely, inspired by the king's unwavering resolve. In every challenge, Darius reminded his people of Elias' painting. "Be like the bird in the storm," he would say. "Sing your song of faith and hope, no matter how fierce the winds may blow." True peace is not the absence of conflict but the ability to remain calm, hopeful, and focused despite the chaos around you. It comes from trusting in a higher power and cultivating a steadfast heart. This story teaches us that peace is not about eliminating difficulties or controlling circumstances but about transforming our perspective. It is about leaning on the promises of God, as He assures us in Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." The bird in Elias' painting represents every one of us, called to sing in the storms of life. It reminds us to fix our eyes on Jesus, who said in Matthew 11 verses 28 to 30, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." As you navigate life's challenges, remember Jesus' words in John 16 verse 33, "I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. But take heart. I have overcome the world." Peace is not the calm in the absence of storms, it is the anchor of faith that holds you steady amidst them. Trust in God, for He transforms every chaos into a melody of grace. If this story moved you, don't keep its wisdom to yourself. Share it with someone who might be struggling. Subscribe to MetaPulse English for more inspiring stories and life-changing insights. Let's embark on this journey of inner peace together. Remember, peace is not something you find, it's something you create, starting today.